And we back like bra straps. It's Voch Lombardi. We're taking a look at Darrell Henderson, who's going to be one of the earlier running backs taken in this draft. But we got the Memphis film, so we might as well look at a little bit of Tony Pollard as well. We got the all 22. In particular, this is the cartel view. So let's run this for the cardio, man. Darrell Henderson, number 8. Their second running back, number 6. He's pretty tough too, but he ain't coming out this year. So we're gonna talk about 8 and 1. That's Darrell and Tony. What we see from Darrell, man, is that he can, he can be multiple backs for you, right? I wouldn't call him great at everything. I wouldn't call him that, but take a look at this play right here, right? He's gonna get the ball, follow his puller. He's gonna run through this arm tackle, right? So he's one of those guys. I wouldn't necessarily call him powerful, but he keeps his feet moving. And if you're a running back, keeping your feet moving is part of the battle, right? Runs through that guy, but once he gets in the open space, good luck to you. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys. How did this look in the wide view? Let's just take a look at it in the wide view. Tony Pollard lined up at slot somewhere, and he's a pretty good blocker, but we'll talk about that in a minute. We're looking at Darrell Henderson here, running back in the backfield here. Just another view, just to give y'all an idea of the amount of space that he covered. And foot race. Foot race. Nobody caught him. Touchdown. I kind of like how he reads blocks and kind of leverages his angles here, right? Let me just run this for y'all, and then I'll bring it back because I know y'all hate when I start to break down the film and I haven't shown it yet. Peep this out, man. And they do a lot of this wildcat stuff. They'll take the quarterback smooth off the field sometimes, and they'll run different types of things with these running backs because they got 3 of them. They'll do read option stuff sometimes. They'll do these sweep plays, wildcat type stuff, whatever. But what I liked about Darrell Henderson here, we're looking at number 8 right now, right? What I like about Darrell Henderson, and you'll see Tony lead blocking. What I like about Darrell, man, we're going to see him read these blocks, right? Read these blocks. It's this part in particular that I really find interesting, right? Watch how Darrell leverages this block right here, right? 27. He's going to kind of keep this thing to the inside, right? But when 27 starts to engage a little bit, then come over the top, he's going to cut that thing back to the outside, man. And it even helped with Tony's block out here, right? We see 21 reading Darrell, and he's going to end up inside. 21, 24, 27, they all end up inside with Darrell, right? He's gonna put that foot in the ground, get back outside, set those blocks up nicely, man, for the touchdown. That's dope. That's fire. That's top tier vision right there, man. Salute to you. That's vision, patience, setting up leverage, and all that kind of stuff, right? That's just a sign of an intelligent runner, you know. But I like his toughness, though, man. I like any running back that delivers blows, right, but keeps going. See him continue to keep his feet through this first contact right here. It's versus Houston, by the way. Lowers the shoulder. Hey, man, do what you got to do. If you're gonna be in this gap when I get here, he is quick. Darrell Henderson can make you miss. Let Lil Wood, man, because after a while, it's going to be easier to run against these guys in the fourth, right? So I like running backs that can pound a little bit but still have speed on the back end. You know what I mean? Pound, keep his feet, run through that contact, and keep it gangster, man. I'm really impressed with him, man. Looking at the running backs in this class, man, there may or may not be like a first round guy or something like that, but I think the sweet spot is going to be like in that mid second, early third or something like that. Look at these tough yards right here. I just showed you home running, quick feet, dodging, leveraging, right? But then he's powerballing right now. He's Powerball Mega Million right now, right? It's gonna be interesting to see how these running backs end up being taken and how they come off the board. I think this year is gonna come down to balance. I think the balance backs are gonna come off the board first. You know what I mean? Because they're the backs that can do everything. And then we'll kind of have that conversation. Like there's no Saquon Barkley this year, but there are a lot of guys that have a lot of traits. But let's keep watching. I think he's a pretty natural catcher, right? This is Darrell Henderson here. If you take a look at my mouse, I just put a little circle on him there. they line him up out wide sometimes, man. He's a natural catcher, man. Catches with his hands and then he turns into yak guy. They do a lot of screens with him. You know, from time to time, they'll either run him out of the backfield or they'll line him up out wide to make some of these catches, man. Take a look at this play, man. Take a look at this. We got Darrell Henderson. He's lined up in his wildcat joint situation. Another view of his hands because the center want to be getting wild with us out here. So another example of him catching with his hands, man. But just a tough runner, man. Big play guy. Big play guy, and I really like big play guys, man. You can never have too many of them. Something else I want to bring to your attention, and we might as well get this portion of the film going. Let's take a look at a handful of plays from Tony Pollard. Let's start it from this play, man. Tony is a utility back. Is he as naturally talented as Darrell Henderson? I don't think so. But I think when teams draft Tony Pollard, they're going to draft him on the strength of, you know, what can he do for the team? You know, you only got a handful of spots in terms of your game day roster, right? I mean, it's a 53 roster, but it's going to be down to 46, right? So you want to get guys that can do a lot of things. And Tony Pollard can play running back, receiver, kick return, punt return for you. That's a lot of spots. I think that's where most of his value is coming from. Just taking a look at this first play right here. Just a lead blocker, man. Just a dirty work guy. You gotta like dirty work guys, man. He's probably not going to be your RB1. He's not going to be a starter or whatever, but he does a lot of dirty work. He does a lot of utility. YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. So on the last play, Tony Pollard was lined up in the backfield, and he ended up lead blocking. Well, on this play, we're going to see Tony Pollard, which is right here. He's going to be number one for the duration of the film. We're going to see him actually line up out of the backfield and just, you know, kind of do that whole, Paris Campbell does a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? So if you have one of these running backs that do a lot of passing, pass catching, their flare out of the backfield, just do different pass catching things in different parts of the field. He can take passes and turn into yak guy. Right? Let's give you another example. Tony didn't catch the ball here, but this is him lined up here, right? So like Memphis put him everywhere. Like I think they put him at every receiver spot, and they put him at every combination of backfield spots, right? They'll run their little twin sets or whatever. He was one of each back. He would lead block. He would be the running back, catch the ball. He'll play some wing stuff, right? All kinds of H setups or whatever. But Tony's right here, and he didn't catch the ball on this play. But man, look at the route he's running. Like that's a wide receiver route. Like they're putting him out there as like one of the wideouts. You know what I mean? Like I wonder how many like meeting rooms he got to be in per week. Like this ain't just some running back route. Like he's deep up in there. It's not a 20-yard route, man. 15-20-yard route. So they trusted Tony to do it. So I think on the next level, Tony will absolutely do a lot of stuff like this. So if you're a team that need a receiver and need like a third down running back that can block, or second round like a second running back, slot receiver, kick return, punt return, like if you're a team that needs all that, Tony can fill up a lot of spots for you. We see Tony Pollard once again. This is him right here, right? Lined up as a wide receiver. We're going to see him catch this bubble here. We're going to see him catch the bubble. How did he catch it? Caught it pretty well. Quarterback ain't really put it on him or whatever, but caught the ball, turning the yak guy, right? Another good play by Tony. And we also see young Tony getting tough yards right here, right? We got Tony's going to be lined up right there. He's going to be the second running back in this set, but he's going to be the one getting the football, right? We just see him getting the ball, running in between the tackles, and getting his tough yards. That's a big run right there. It's a big run, tough yards in between the tackles, getting nasty, right? I'm just gonna let this run, man. I'm just gonna let this run a little bit while I wrap this video up. So yeah, that's Darrell Henderson and Tony Pollard. Look at the patience right there by Tony. Right, look at him. Duck inside. Go hit it. I like both players. I think Darrell Henderson is a little more talented than Tony, and I think it'll reflect that. I think where they get drafted will directly show how much better one is than the other. But that's not to say that Tony's a scrub or that he's trash or nothing like that. I do think Tony can do more things better than Darrell can. Like Darrell is a better runner than Tony, but Tony's a better utility guy. Tony can fill up more spots for you. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these running backs, man. I don't like to do round projections. I really don't. I think they're trash because a lot of people want to, knock on my door and tell me how wrong I was. But hey, man, if you can get Tony Pollard like in day 3 somewhere, like in 4th, 5th or something like that, get that dude on your team, man. I know a lot of Cowboys fans want him there, and that's a part of the reason why I kind of did this video here. It was for Darrell Henderson, but I know a lot of people wanted to hear about Tony anyway. He was a Senior Bowl guy as well. So if you want to see Tony Pollard do Senior Bowl work, which he did pretty well in the Senior Bowl, I got the whole game on my channel, so you can go check that out. Tony Pollard going into the end zone right here. Let's see him get this touchdown, and we'll wrap this video up. Read his blocks, clink, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, y'all. So it's been real, man. Hey, leave a like. We're doing skill players now, guys. So where I just did like a gang of O-line, D-line, edge stuff, I'm really going to be getting into running backs, receivers, and corners. I feel like I want to look at a few more tight ends too. I may not make videos on those guys, but I do have a lot of work to do on those players, so stay tuned for that. Like the video, go in the comment section. Let's kind of talk about this thing. I want to hear what y'all got to say about these running backs, and just where you rank them at, because there's plenty of them. But there's really not a lot of first round guys. A lot of maybe the guy in Alabama or the guys in Alabama, they may be first round consideration. That's what the draft Illuminati is saying. But some other people saying that the first guy may come off the board late second or third. So I don't know. We'll see. I got to watch film and figure it out. But, hey, man, support the merch. Follow me on Twitter, Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. And y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. The Peasky Whiskey is free. All right. Salute.